So have you had...
By the way, you haven't done anything despicable yet. Can I expect that?
Yeah. It's coming any second.
No, it's not.
Is that contractual?
Yeah. So have you had films canned before?
Probably. Not that I recall.
But probably.
But I haven't canned any myself. I mean, lest I forget, I'm still a gun for hire.
Okay, cool. In this film, you have to work with a dog. And it's Ethan's dog, the other guy, so it's on the trip with you. And at one point, you do spit in the dog's face.
I spit in the dog's face. And by the way, when I woke up that morning, I didn't know that the director was going to calmly suggest that I do something so despicable. And yet, after take 7 or 8, and the dog was so sweet, it was like, Zach was saying this, he was almost like perking his head up, like, oh, I guess you want to spit in my face again?
Do it again.
What sort of dog is it?
French...
Like, I don't really know dog
French
types.
bulldog.
You could just say, like, big or small.
It's cute.
And then
Bulldog.
Oh.
French bulldog.
Yeah. And you've got some flack for doing this, have you?
I don't know. I mean, the studio is Warner Brothers is so great with their directors and their talent. And at first they were like, we just can't. And then they saw it, they're like, so I have a feeling that they thought if it's not unpalatable to us, that perhaps the audience might enjoy it.
Yeah. You do punch a kid in the gut at one point, but it's all in the context of the film.
Well, that I feel strongly about.
What context, Scott? You say that, it's like, but it's absolutely fine, because
Yes. Well, I was punching a lot of kids in the stomach, and they thought, hey, we should get this on film.
Yeah, when you see the film, it'll become clear. That's a good bit, though. That's a good bit.
This whole due date thing, you could say it's a road movie, you could say it's a bromance or an anti-chemistry thing, but what it really is it's kind of the next logical progression of Todd Phillips' filmmaking with Zach, his kind of, ethereal muse, and then me. He invited me to be as unwieldy, and Peter wasn't supposed to have an anger management issue at all, and I just thought, but how could you not with this clown?
Yeah.
So he invited me to drudge up every bit of hidden rage. I found it very cathartic.
Wow.
Yep.
So, is the stuff that you added in, or is the stuff that you said, I don't want to do that, that's not going to work for me?
There's a lot of plot points that weren't there when we started shooting, including a big turnaround at the end where Peter realizes he didn't have to be on the journey with this guy at all. So that's my idea or Zach's idea or whatever. So we also knew that it's easy just to shoot something kind of by the book and make it funny. And the audience, I feel, nowadays can tell the kind of process you had in delivering the product.
You're doing so amazingly well at the moment, which is fantastic. Would you say this is the best time of your career, of your life at the moment? Or one of them?
Well, I should say that, shouldn't I?
Don't know.
Okay. Here's the truth. I'm in a bit of an... Well, I was, a couple of weeks ago, in a bit of an existential purgatory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're looking at the back nine, like I'm 45 now, and I'm wondering what it's all... I mean, who cares? Who cares about my process? Let me just say yes so I don't seem ungrateful.
But compared to where you were, like a few years ago, surely things are good, right?
Yeah. Well...
And a lot different.
Yeah, pretty different.
Yeah.
Though I do spend a lot of time in small, confined spaces nowadays, too.
Like this basement.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. What was the lowest point for you, do you think?
I'm so glad you asked. Let me think. There's a bunch of them. I don't know. Jails, institutions, that type of stuff is so fun. No. Let me think. I was supposed to sing at a friend's wedding once. I didn't show up. Felt kind of bad.
That's quite bad.
Boy, I would have given him quite a show, too.
Any more?
Any more low moments?
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. Well, particularly nowadays, when you do things in your proper state of mind and you fall short of whatever your own moral psychology is, so you know what I mean? Like if I get in a fight with the missus and I make her cry or something, I just feel like such a bag of dirt.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was a week ago.
Okay, very good. It's 5:19 on Radio 1. Good. Yeah. Just telling the people what they need to know.
It is important.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, you have so many listeners. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's quite a few million.
Millions.
Yeah. That doesn't really happen in America. They don't have a national radio, do they?
Not really. I could use a couple million listeners.
Yeah. Would you like your own radio show?
Well, what I would like is...
I would listen to that.
I would like a couple million people listening to me. I can barely get 2 people to listen to me. So annoying.
Right. Kings of Leon and Radioactive are playing. We'll have a more of a chat in a minute with Robert Downey Jr. Kings of Leon and Radioactive. This is BBC Radio 1. It's 5:23. Robert Downey Jr. is here. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me back after that.
It's fine. We've apologised. Our boss came in looking worried, and now we're all fine.
I think he just wanted to meet you. I think
he did as well.
Pretending.
I was
about
prompted.
That.
I received a bus card that gave me instructions to make a verbal mistake, and I get to meet him.
He did, yeah. He just came in to meet you, I reckon. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the premiere was last night for Due Date. Do you find those a bit of a chore? You know, like, or do you enjoy them?
It just depends on kind of what my disposition is at the moment. I would say this, though. We showed up last night, and for some reason or other, it was just the most manageable, polite, kind of like the British version of people coming from all ends of the city to see what was going on. It wasn't over the top at all.
So it wasn't like...
Not really. And then there's these Jumbotron. It's just so odd. I mean, it's such a big ego joke to have, you know, your image up here and then their images up there while you just talk to them about this, and then you're in your movie. But I think Zach and Todd really helped take the...
What are the premieres like in America, then? Are they different?
They're just a little bit more maniacal, kind of like you want to do background checks on half the people that are standing there.
Yeah.
Here it's kind of like really civil people, like, oh, would you mind, you know?
Would you mind terribly signing this autograph? There's some people outside waiting for you as well, which is quite exciting.
Yeah. I've already addressed them directly.
What did you say? Hello.
No, I just said something like, please don't panic, don't knock over the barricade. You, sir, you sell these. I've already signed 20 of them for you. And then I left it to security to deal with the other matters.
When you have a premiere, do you still stay and see the film, or have you seen it a million times, you just go in the front door and out the exit?
Well, when I like something, like, I'm really crazy about this whole Due Date thing. I think it's about the favorite experience I've ever had making a movie.
Wow.
Because it was so cut and dry. It was a very simple premise, and then the rest of it was just playing off Zach, who's quite brilliant, and Todd Phillips and I are really good friends now.
You're good mates, aren't you?
I just want to say for the record that Todd likes me quite a bit more than he likes Zach.
Good. Well, there it is. You were asking me earlier about British music and what we could recommend.
Yes, I'm very interested to know.
Who would you recommend, Becky? Cheryl Cole?
Yeah, Cheryl's good.
Cheryl Cole.
Do you know Cheryl Cole?
No, I'd like to know her.
You would?
She's a judge on our X Factor.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like American Idol.
Girls Aloud.
Oh.
She sits on the panel with Simon Cowell.
Okay.
You know him, but...
Yes. Not intimately. I mean, he's quite an icon, isn't he?
Is he? Yeah, he is.
You got to hand it to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's done so well.
He's like the Branson of entertainment.
Absolutely. Who else? The XX are good. You should get their album.
The XX, not the double X, but the XX.
The XX. Tiny Temper is another good one.
Tiny Temper.
Tiny Temper.
Love it.
Yeah, very good. Listen, Robert, thank you so much for coming in today. We've got so many more questions that we could have got through. We just don't have time.
Oh, have we got the question
Oh, actually, we do. Hang on, no. We've got one more.
Good.
Ashley. Robert Downey Jr., you are literally the coolest man alive. I'm writing about Iron Man in my dissertation. Please, can I have a quote from you to put in it? Now, this is... If he doesn't do well in this dissertation...
We had to remember to do this one.
This person, it may be a boy, it may be a girl, but Ashley is studying right now.
Yes.
Writing a dissertation. I think probably a quote from the actual Robert Downey Jr. might make it a bit special. No pressure.
The mythological ramifications of Iron Man, I think, are apropos for the 21st century as we become more morphing through the information age into almost a cybertronic spirituality. Tony is a bit of a guinea pig, quite by accident, but I think he represents this larger truth. See what Professor buys that garbage.
There we are, you see. Just keep talking, and now you have an actual quote, Ashley, on your dissertation.
Thank you kindly, Ashley.
Robert Downey Jr., thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise,
Thank you.